Here we go.
Everybody at InfoWars is watching. They love this.
Yeah. Yeah, they're scared to have me on over there, I think.
I gotta say, having no moderators for conversations like this is real. This is where men are. This is something only men can do. I think this is where Jake and I really connected in the beginning of this whole parlay was, let's be respectful. Let's let each other talk. Let's have a serious conversation that we don't spurg or scream over each other or get into these stupid internet things that need moderators. Just be men and talk about things, allow each other to speak, and hopefully evolve and grow and change things.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that, I was listening to this nonsense interview, and you said that the Nazis were gassing Jews in VW.
In the beginning, yeah.
It's not true.
Okay, let's go, man.
Do you know who invented the mobile gas chamber?
Tell me.
Isaiah Berg. And it was a Soviet Jew, and it was before World War II started. And he was gassing Christians in his car. Look it up.
Yes, Nazis did use carbon monoxide gas from car engines to murder
Nazis.
people.
This is in the Soviet Union.
And it included the use of sealed vans and trucks, some of which may have used engines similar to those.
Who invented the mobile gas chamber? Right there.
You're saying Isaiah Berg.
Yep. Prior
mobile
to World
gas
War II.
chamber.
Yeah,
okay, hold on.
VW?
Where was the mobile gas chamber used? That's
Russia.
1937.
Okay, yeah, Russia. Prior to World War II.
Yeah, but it just says right here.
Jews killing Christians.
We're talking about specifically about the Holocaust. I know you like to talk about this Jews killing Christians and
that happened.
This whole what's it called? The
Bolshevik genocide.
The Bolshevik genocide. They also killed Jews too.
No, they didn't.
They did. They killed religious Jews.
No, they didn't.
They killed anybody that had anything that had to do with the Torah. There wasn't a lot of Jews over there, Dan.
Yeah, there was.
You're talking. What's the guy's name?
I do kind of like this where they pull up the actual information right there so you can see who's wrong and who's right in front of you. I kind of like that.
You guys always talk about him.
Henryk Yagoda.
Gagoda, right.
Yeah,
such a common name, right?
He was in charge of the gulags. All those guys changed their names, hiding that they were Jews.
You know, Gagoda's never been a Jewish name.
They changed their names.
To what? What was it before?
Non-Jewish sounding names.
What was his name before?
Hold on, I'll get to that.
So this is about to become like a chat GPT debate where everybody's fact-checking everybody else. Which is kind of stupid.
Notice how the guy who just got proven wrong on everything he said doesn't want to use facts. He wants to let's just say these things and act like, hey, they're true until somebody can go home and check them. No, let's check them right here and see if you're right. And watch. That's going to persist, I think. I didn't watch this one all the way through.
If you ask me.
I mean, not really if you want to get the facts. If you have the facts on your side, then it's not stupid. So how many Jews were killed by the Bolsheviks? There's no evidence that the Bolsheviks ever carried out any systematic campaign to kill Jews because they were Jewish. Shocking. There it is, right there.
What was it?
Because they were fucking Jewish.
Did the Bolsheviks
It's the brand new chat GPT, the Jewish-owned AI.
Getting along well?
So here's the thing. Your chat GPT, here's what's so bizarre.
Just for those that you don't know, that's Jake Shields, another great commentator. That's who we're watching the channel. It's on his channel, Jake Shields Fight Back Podcast. Go subscribe.
About ChatGPT. Your ChatGPT is going to feed you based on your inputs. So is mine. So my ChatGPT says, yes, the Bolsheviks and the Soviet regime targeted and persecuted religious Jews.
Notice it didn't say killed, though. He said it killed them. Didn't say killed them. You can't even get ChatGPT to agree with you.
Your ChatGPT is saying they didn't.
I said, how many Jews were killed by the Bolsheviks? And it said, there's no evidence that the Bolsheviks ever carried out a systemic campaign to kill Jews because they were Jewish. It literally said that.
Stupid.
Yeah, I think originally they were. And
Keep
there was
trying.
A purge by Stalin, but I don't think it was 8 million. I think it was a purge of some of the top
it's
officials.
Fucking bullshit. There wasn't even 8 million Jews there. How could there be 8 million Jews in
There
fucking
wasn't-
Russia.
Yeah, I haven't researched the
You
fucking
know how many Jews
Bolshevik
there
shit.
were in
There was
Germany?
a lot of Jews in Russia.
You know how many Jews
Sure,
were
it's one of the
in
2
biggest-
million, I think, or
in
something.
1939?
Now this debate's a 2-on-1. So if we're gonna go
Wait,
2-on-1,
sit this
I'll
one
sit-
out.
I'll sit out- I'll
Let
sit
me-
out a couple
let me
minutes.
you could
fucking
sit
take
out,
over
but
for
you could talk. But let.
I'll chill for a second.
Are you saying that Jake lost so bad that he
So
needed to
terrible.
fill in?
He's a
having-
nice
I was
guy.
Yo,
having
he
a conver-
just-
I was having-
he
we were
just-
having a
he just
conversation,
knocked
not
you
really a
off.
debate.
He just declared me the
Here's
I was
winner.
having more of a
Jake.
conversation.
Jake is a super fucking nice guy that can
You just got caught on 8 lies in 4 minutes. Yeah, I bet you did win. All you did is lie.
like rip your head off and shit down your neck at any given time. He's like the epitome of like the guy that doesn't have to beat it on his chest because he's such a fucking badass. But he's also like a super nice guy.
Maybe I'm being too nice. We
He's
should have
like
hung
a
out last
typical
night.
Gentile, you know, like he
Wait,
is
typical
naturally-
Gentiles
yeah,
are nice?
Yeah, naturally
And that
fucking nice.
Gentiles won't screw other Gentiles? You know?
Not historically, not
Not
like
historic.
Jews that fucked over.
So you don't think that like let's say that there was a world where Jews weren't a part of it. It was only you think there would be some kumbaya moment, lions sleeping with lambs?
I think there would be issues. There's a lot less.
It's so naive, Dan.
Why?
Because throughout history, Gentile nations have warred against each other even when there were no Jews present.
Yeah, but a lot of the wars were started by Jews.
Look at Stu Peters. He just rug pulled and stole all this money from all these anti-Semites, and everybody was like,
That's still up for
that
debate.
shows you Stu
Okay,
Peters
listen,
is
I'm not
a
going to talk on it because I don't know about it.
Stu Peters is a very clear example that not all Jews are bad and not all Gentiles are good.
I didn't say all Gentiles
Who said all Jews were bad? I love Dave Smith. He's Jewish.
are good, and I didn't say all Jews are bad. I just said that Jews are disproportionately causing problems, and that they also have a supremacist belief system, and it's built into their religion that it's okay to fuck over non-Jews. So when you have a mentality that like you're better than other people, you're going to act like an asshole, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying every Jew is bad. I'm not saying every Christian is good. What I am saying is that Christians don't teach each other, hey, you can fuck over the Jews. It's okay. They're not Christian. Jews, on the other hand, teach.
And that was a point of contention in me and Matt's debate. Yes, the Talmud does say you can lie, cheat, and steal as long as you don't do it to Jews. That is in there.
That. So when you have a supremacist
We don't teach
belief-
that,
yes,
actually.
you fucking do.
No,
It's
we don't.
It's in your
You-
Talmud. It literally
you go.
says.
You
want
to go to the Talmud
I
with
do,
me?
I do.
Bro, I would love to go to the Talmud with
Okay,
you.
because I have some fucking quotes. I could pull up a whole bunch.
You're going to pull up the meme that I did a
No, I'm not gonna
3-hour
pull up a
documentary
meme.
on.
No, I'm not going to pull up a meme. I'm going to
You did a 3-hour documentary on a meme? Holy shit.
pull up the exact translation. Because
Let's
there
do
was
it.
the meme, and then there was like a
I have
whole
done this
breakdown
show
of it.
so many times.
I guess
have
I'm
done-
switching to
I haven't
mediator.
done the show, but I can give you the exact.
I know, now
translation.
I'm mediator. I'll try to be fair.
Jake, Adam King and Jake
I got
Shields
kicked out of my
You
debate.
got kicked off your own show to be
I look
made.
at my text message and everyone's mad at me. Apparently, I was being too nice.
Really?
They're like, "Oh, you're."
This
I
is
was-
That's how they get you.
what I
trying to
don't
have a conversation,
understand
but it's
because
all right. Let's
look,
do a debate.
if we don't talk to each other, we're gonna end up killing each other. The only way that
Maybe
we
some
make
people, maybe
peace,
some people want that.
a lot of people do want that, but the only way that we're gonna make peace
Yeah.
is by making it.
I
We're
should
not
have
gonna
gone a little
make
harder
these-
on some of the things.
Well, here's one of them.
We're not
because
gonna make peace
this
if
one
we
came
just
up.
want to fight each other till one of us dies. That's just the bottom line.
This one came up. This is the Mishnah Torah.
Okay.
If by contrast,
What's the quote? The exact line. Let me pull it up on Safari.
I'm going to read you the exact.
Give me the reference.
Passage.
Okay.
So this is if by contrast a Jewish male enters into relations with a Gentile woman, when he does so intentionally, she should be executed. She is executed because she caused a
I know
Jew
which
to
one
be
you're talking
involved
about.
in an unseemly transgression, as is the law with regard to an animal. This applies regardless of whether the Gentile woman was a minor of 3 years of age or an adult, whether she was single or married. And it applies to if even the Jew is a minor of 9 years of age, she is executed. This punishment is explicitly mentioned in the Torah. As Numbers.
It sounds like you're
31.
reading.
How revealing is that? That's the same. They apply the same law that you would if you got caught fucking a goat or something. Like that's how they look at us. If you're not Jewish, you're an animal. That's literally in their book.
Off of a commentary.
No, this
what is
a
it?
literal direct translation?
Mishnah Torah, forbidden intermarriage. No, this is. Okay, hold on.
It's a
This is
direct quote. This is a direct
Hold
quote.
on.
This is
Can
not
I
like
see
an
it?
interpretation.
I'm gonna find
This
the
is
quote. Give
what
me a
it
second.
says. And so it's saying that if an adult fucks a 3-year-old, that you should kill the 3-year-old if it's a non-Jew because that
No,
3-year-old
you're
caused the
missing.
Jew to
I
sin.
know this exact one. You're missing an entire segment. The
What do
Talmud.
I need in there to tell me that
The
like,
Talmud is
you should kill the
What is the context on calling us all animals? What is the context for that?
child because the child caused the Jew
You
to
gotta let
sin?
me speak, or else,
Okay.
you're just preaching.
Go ahead.
So, the Talmud is comprised of literally at least 20,000 authors.
Okay.
So I believe, and I'm gonna pull this up. Actually, let me get my glasses because I can't see shit anymore. I remember this one from a previous debate, and I don't want to misquote my answer, but I want to find the exact page because these are like arguments that are going on for like 5 pages of debate.
Let me get you the actual.
Give me the actual source reference, and then we can learn the whole page, not the line.
Okay.
Happy to do that.
So we have to read a whole page of context to understand why we're animals. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the part about Midian, but I'm not entirely. I don't want to misquote anything, but we will go through it.
Okay.
So but you're talking about the Mishnah Torah. That's not the Talmud.
That's one.
The Mishnah Torah is the writings of the Rambam. That was 1,000 years ago. That's not Talmud.
That's part of the Talmud.
It's not. The Rambam was Rabbi Moshe Maimonides. He was a famous physician to the Sultan of Egypt, and
I don't want to have to learn all this shit. It's fucking boring.
he was so the Talmud is the Mishnah. These are the Tanaim. They spanned for about a period of 300 or so years. After them came the Amoraim, which is another 300 to 400 years, and then the Rishonim, the Tanai, the
You're right.
Goanim.
This is the Mishnah Torah. That's what that's
So
about.
he's a Rishon. He comes much later than the Talmud. This is not from the Talmud at all.
Okay. I mean, I think it's still egregious. But
The Rambam says a lot of things that are egregious. In fact, the Rambam says many, like towards the end of the Rambam's life, all he did was write tshuvas. What tshuvas are is when they write something based on something that they said in the past, saying, I was wrong, I didn't support this. So one thing that we learned from the Rambam is that he was writing tshuvas all the way up until his death. So
Okay.
we don't know what the Rambam didn't get to write a tshuva for. We don't know what he felt.
It feels like they just start talking baby talk whenever you fucking catch them. Oh, yeah, we're animals? No, the Rambam says no. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. I'm not going to go and spend 15 years learning all the Jewish, like, prayers and all the different books and shit. I'm not doing all that. I'm not. If your shit calls us animals, I want to know why, but I'm not going to go and research for 2 decades to figure it out. Tell me why we're animals by this guy's, like, writings.
I
There was
don't
a
know-
lot of
I don't know who
tuvas
the
that he
fuck
wrote.
The Rambam was, but there's
That's who
20
you're
Jewish
quoting.
Soldiers that abducted a non-Jewish girl. They gang raped her over 3 days, and then they killed her. And it was decided and carried out. They washed her, cut her hair, raped her, and then killed her. And this is from an Israeli article.
So are we talking about a modern Israeli thing, or are we talking about the Rambam still?
No, modern Israeli. I'm giving you examples of how this is being carried out today.
So what you guys like to do is you guys like to
Why don't you address what he just said instead of pivoting here?
cherry pick certain things and then weave them all together and say all the Jews are this,
No,
and that's the
I didn't say all
argument.
the Jews are this, but when you have in your religious book of text that it's okay to fuck over a non-Jew, it's okay to steal from a non-Jew, it's okay to rape a non-Jew, and then you've got real world examples of them doing that in Israel and there's no consequence, that's clearly evidence that that's part of your law. And the Talmud is a Jewish book of law, so
It's not actually.
that's what it says. I
The
mean,
Shulchan Aruch is the Jewish code of law.
okay, well,
Oh.
why do they list?
Some other shit I can't pronounce says it's not. So I guess we'll go with that. Whatever.
Talmud,
is
the
the
Talmud,
Jewish book of law.
the Talmud are ancient arguments that took place from this thing called the Anshe Knesset Gedola, when the Jews came back from the original Babylonian exile after 70 years. Ezra the Sofer, the book of Ezra from the Bible, he's a Tana. He's also a Navi, the last of the prophets. These are the writings. These are the collected writings of all the prophets, all the ancient judges like Joshua from the times of Moses.
Okay,
and
but
they're
look,
all compiled
I don't need the whole
inside.
dissertation. I'm just going to read you what it
Well,
says.
if you bring
when
up a
Google it.
topic,
Well, what I'm just going to read you what it
if
says.
you're
when
gonna
I Googled
crash
it.
the debate and then bring up a topic, you got to let me explain it.
Well, there's what you say, which you're going to go on a thing, and I'm telling you what it says when you just Google it. The Talmud is the central text of rabbinic Judaism, is the primary source of Jewish religious law, Hakna, and Jewish theology.
Halacha.
Okay, until the advent
Whatever.
of modernity in nearly all Jewish communities, the Talmud was the centerpiece of Jewish cultural life and was the foundation to all Jewish thought and aspirations, serving as the guide, the daily life of Jews. The Talmud includes teachings and opinions of thousands of rabbis on a variety of subjects, including blah, 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 blah. So it's saying that it's like the second most important piece of rabbinic text.
So what happened with the Talmud? Basically, like I said,
Primary source
the
Don't believe Google. Don't believe ChatGPT. Just believe me, because I went to Hebrew school.
Mishnah, the Gemara, the Rishonim, the Achraim, they all carry down this tradition that goes into the Shulchan Aruch, which was written by Rabbi Yosef Karo in the 1400s. And the Shulchan Aruch is the unified book
We don't speak Klingon. Just tell us it's in a book.
of all law for Ashkenazim, Sephardim, every Jew on earth. The code of law is called the Shulchan Aruch, and law is halacha. So the Talmud is where it all stems from. It's arguments of 20,000 people. Many people that, like the people who quote Talmud quotes, they were wrong in the argument. They lost the debates.
You had 2,000 years to take it out. Why would it still be in there?
We don't take them out. They were part of the conversation that created the law.
But that is the law then, right?
You know the difference between the Jews and the ancient Egyptians, besides the fact that we're still here and they're not? If you go to any Egyptian monument, it'll say, this pharaoh was so great. He did everything right. He was righteous and wonderful. You go to the next obelisk, same thing. It never says they
Kind of like you're doing with what Jewish people did back then, right? They're all great and wonderful.
fucked up. They ran the nation into the ground. You open the book of Kings. You open the book of Judges. They're fucking up all the time. We are righting our sins. We are airing them out. We are saying, yes, we sinned. We did things that were not okay in the eyes of Hashem in the ancient world. We were sent into exile because of that.
Okay.
We don't cover up our mistakes.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about covering up mistakes. I'm saying, like,
Who's this guy? We got another now?
We're going 4-on-1. We brought you
A
a Jew.
three on-
We brought you
Is
a
this
Jew.
another Fuentes thing I
it's an
gotta
ambush.
deal with? Who's rage
Hey,
quitting?
I'm staying out of it now.
Who's
I'm
rage
just
quitting?
moderating because it's not fair to
So
go
that's how my
2-on-1.
mic stand goes.
Oh, this is it works for me.
I was
Oh,
wondering.
okay.
No one else is joining.
He's in house. He's not joining.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did you? That was like the worst. It's always hard when you bring in new people, and it's like, I remember when we were doing that debate, and I didn't even know Zerko was coming in.
Zerka, he's kind of funny. But he can be
Kind of.
aggressive, huh?
Kind
He
of.
can be kind of aggressive.
And he just came into Zig Heil and tried to trip me up because they were losing and they didn't want. And then Gavin with his rage quit. So it's always hard when you bring new people into.
Islam better than Christianity.
It was a 15-minute conversation about the Catholic crimes against the Jewish people. 67 popes directly made edicts to kill Jews. And I was talking about
But why, though?
specific books because they don't. The truth is that the Torah and
It's brutal whenever they fact check him right as he's saying it. So you could see that he's full of shit.
Catholicism have certain. Catholicism likes to preach that it's a replacement theology. And they need to limit, or some popes have felt that if Judaism is allowed to flourish, people will question Jesus in a lot of different ways.
well, I mean, they are at odds.
So anyways, in the debate,
Anyways.
we were talking about different artifacts. I did an episode on my show with Rabbi Benjamin Blech, who was very close with John Paul II. And he actually went to the Vatican and was afforded to see actual artifacts from the Rambam, actually. Certain
Rambam.
pages of the Rambam that were missing because they stole them, and we don't have his answer. So like you're quoting Mishnah Torah. There's a lot of the Rambam that the Vatican has that Jews aren't allowed to see. So a lot of the discussions in the Rambam are unresolved because of that. So he was actually afforded the opportunity to see in the catacombs, and we were talking about like artifacts and whatnot, and that's what when
And Gavin
that's when
walked
it came. Well, that's when it came up. He's like, "Would you rather?" Because we were talking, and I said specifically, I said I see a very big difference between Christians and Catholics. First of all, Protestantism went through so much conflict just to be independent and have their own form
Martin
of
Luther,
Jesus.
What was his, what was his
I mean, look,
ideology?
we can
Their own form of Jesus. Yes, let's get the Jesus we want so we can do all the shit we want to do.
talk about the
That's
old shit.
Lutheran. That's not.
I mean, listen, we can talk about the old
You're
shit,
the one
but-
bringing up the old
I'm
shit.
giving you real world examples of where this stuff is being
You've given
implemented.
me an example of a poor rape victim.
Okay, I'll
May
give you
they
another
be?
one. How about the IDF taps chief rabbi who once seemed to permit wartime rape?
Who? Never heard. Why do you hear this, but I don't
I mean,
ever
this
hear
isn't
this?
a
If you don't look, you don't find. There you go.
times
But
in
there was the
Israel.
guy
I'm
that
not-
said
I'm
they
not
kill
like-
babies
I'm not
as a hobby.
bringing up like obscure shit.
I don't
This
want to
is
make like 2 on
IDF
1.
taps
So.
Front page,
Shiva.
Times of
IL
Israel.
Karam also women's enlisted. These are just memes. Do you have the
It's
actual
not
article?
a meme. That's a fucking article.
No, that's
from
a
the
pic-
Times
There
of
that's a
are
Israel.
picture.
tons of
No,
articles
No,
like
because
this.
it's
Do you have
attached
the-
to this, which is
Can I see the article?
well, this is yeah.
You mean all your memes are attached in a picture file?
no?
I love how he calls them all memes. When you Google shit, it is not a meme. It is a Google or a Chat GBT, I guess, but it's not a meme.
Dan,
No.
you can't crash a debate and do that.
You wanted the Talmud shit, so I'm giving you a list of Talmud quotes with real world implementation. of
Oh,
that
so
Talmud
they made
quote.
like
Well, did you see
they
the
made
guy
a
that says they
hit.
kill
He says
babies
it.
as a hobby? Then he rolled it back. It was a government. It was a government official in Israel. Here,
That's
I'll look it up. I
ridiculous.
don't know his name.
That's so forbidden in Judaism.
But someone did.
He literally asked for proof that that's what they're doing today. So he gives him proof they're doing it today and then says, you're just looking at memes. Okay.
Say a government official.
What's forbidden in Judaism?
To harm children?
That's not true at all.
It is true.
You guys
Why
suck
would I
on the
play?
penises of babies and give them herpes.
Let's
What the
talk
fuck
about
are you talking
Mafitz Bepay.
Oh,
do you know?
yuck.
Do you know what it is?
Yuck.
Oh, here's
I mean,
the, here's the,
you're
here's
Yeah,
the
you do know
sucking
the
on
name?
You're sucking
Here's
on the
the article
penis of a
again.
baby.
First of all, that's not widely practiced in Judaism.
Here's
I mean, the fact that it's
I
not
have
at
a-
all.
Just some of us do that. Some of them do like to suck on them, but that's not widely approved.
I have a bris milah.
pedophilia.
I have a bris milah. I wasn't.
Yeah, there you go. There's the article. You want the non-picture version? There it is.
I wasn't. I never had Mafitz Bepay. Nobody I know had Mafitz
Okay, but that
Bepay.
doesn't mean that it doesn't happen.
I've been to thousands of circumcisions.
Why would you go to thousands of circumcisions? I didn't even go when they did it to my nephews. I can't go to that.
Okay.
I've never seen Mafitz
But
Bepay.
why does it happen? Why is it allowed
It's like
to
an
happen?
old
Why can
world It's like an Amish thing.
Okay,
Like,
the
do you?
Amish don't suck the dicks of children.
What I'm saying is, when I
Not
say
Amish.
Hey, let's all get together and have a party. We're cutting a piece off my kid's dick.
when I say it's an Amish thing, I'm saying it's like there is a word. First of all, it shouldn't happen. I don't support it. I want to condone it. I don't support Mafitz Bepay. I think it's strange that like such a like a minor thing that's not widely accepted. In
I don't
fact,
think
most
it's a
it's not
minor
that
thing.
minor.
It's a
An
very
adult
minor
suck
thing.
on a child's dick and give him
You're
herpes
missing
and
my
fuck
point.
him up. Like, I
You're-
think that's a
you're missing
serious
my
thing.
point,
But the
Dan.
fact that that's even like allowed and that's not
Hey, look at that meme on ABC News. Look at that.
condemned by your religion is crazy.
I condemn it.
Okay, but you're one guy. That's-
Many rabbis condemn it also.
I haven't heard it. I mean, but
Yeah, because you don't
regardless.
look for it. You look for where you can blame Jews, not where you're.
I look
You don't
at
fact check
problems, and
yourself.
they happen to be caused by Jews almost every time. I didn't just like wake
I
up
wanna
and
ask you a
say,
question.
Hey, it's the Jews.
You said something once, not to change the subject, but maybe it's a good thing to change the subject. You
you should.
said you would rather eat cow dung than kiss the Western Wall.
Yes.
You would really eat cow dung?
Then pledge allegiance to that fucking
Not to
genocidal
pledge, not to
state?
pledge
Yes,
allegiance to the
absolutely.
state. The wall has nothing
He didn't say he'd like it. He just said he ain't kissing that fucking wall.
to do with
Okay,
the state.
that I would not.
The
kiss
wall is
that.
God's.
That wall to me represents fucking genocide. It represents
I would lo-
apartheid. It represents supremacy. It represents all sorts of things.
If
that
it
I'm
represents
adamantly
apartheid,
fucking
why are
against.
the Jews the ones not allowed on the Temple Mount?
I don't know what your religious
The
practice.
Jews are the ones
Nope,
who are
they are
apartheid.
allowed. Okay.
No, they're not. This total bullshit. And they've done.
This is the first time in
history.
history that Jews are allowed to go to selected Arab countries, Dubai.
That has nothing to do with what's going on in Israel.
We're
We're
a
not-
part-
Yeah. So if some country doesn't want you there because they think you're awful, maybe you should stop being so awful.
talking about
Apartheid would mean that a Jewish
talking about
Supreme
your
Court justice wouldn't be allowed to be.
It's like he doesn't understand. This is because of Israel. This is because of how Israel behaves. If they weren't doing that, they'd probably be welcomed everywhere. Well, maybe.
An Arab.
What?
But Israel has a Supreme Court justice as an Arab. That wouldn't be allowed in apartheid. You're misappropriating the term. It is true.
I'm not misappropriating.
Arabs serve in the Knesset. Arabs are in the government. Arabs are in the police force.
Okay.
Arabs are in the military.
Cool. It's their country. They did a fucking
No,
study.
it's Israel. Yeah, they're Israeli citizens. If there was apartheid,
Right, now that they've stolen it, it's Israel's, but it used to be theirs. It used to be their country, and they don't get to vote in it.
More Israelis
they wouldn't
think
have
that you're operating in apartheid than otherwise.